Hello, I'm Good the Cans, and I hope you're all doing well. Recently watched a video by Tommy Gorman. Tommy Gorman outlined his thoughts on the intimidation and harassment that critics have to face when speaking against the Church of Scientology. It reminded me of a video that I made a while ago, a few weeks ago, about trying to empathize with those still on the inside, to not hate the enemy simply because you speak out against them. Perfectly legitimate argument. What I don't think that I emphasized enough in that video was the fact that you're still their enemy. You don't hate them. You don't feel bad for them. You don't do pathetic things like call them names or other things, assaulting them verbally or trying to hurt them emotionally or psychologically. But the thing is, you're still their enemy, and you need to protect yourself from people that will try to hurt you in some way. Gorman seems to take to the offense when dealing with Scientology, when it comes to their harassment and intimidation tactics. Gorman seems to have some issues. I'm sure that he does. There's probably most definitely. I'm not Tommy, so I can't say for sure, but it seems that he has gone through a lot, and they've treated him very badly, and they've done very terrible things to him and those he cares about. And from what I understand, most recently they are still doing or trying to do very terrible things to him. In his video, he states that some people wish to be pushovers just because they're trying to be nice. What I don't like to hear is that people out there trying to be nice are letting themselves be carpets. It's one thing to be empathic and to try to feel what someone else is trying to feel. That's a good thing, but you shouldn't allow yourself to be a complete pushover. Being good does not equal being a pansy. If you really want to be a pansy, then that's your prerogative, but that's fine. Considering the recent pattern of events, I would consider doing things to protect yourself, and if there is an intimidation and harassment, you should get that issue dealt with immediately. Let's see. To really emphasize, or to try to emphasize what it really means to be an SP, I'll try to use an example here. Take a regular person. They're good people. I believe that people are naturally good when they're allowed to be. 3 square meals a day, decent day's work, good family life, 2.5 kids, 2.5 kids, whatever, decent house, comfortable bed, one place to sleep and play games or whatever you want to do. You take that regular, normal, happy person, and they pick up a newspaper one day, and on the cover of that newspaper is the identity and the listed crimes of a sexual offender that has just moved into his neighborhood. Now, that normal person is now going to start thinking things to protect themselves from this person, which may include doing things that that good person would normally never do. There was an incident a few years ago where there was somebody going down the sex offender registry list and trying to hunt down these people on the list. I'm not really going to defend those people, to be honest, but the point is that that person was probably just a normal person. They thought that they were doing a good thing by eliminating these people. That person eventually killed themselves after their killing spree. It's a very sad thing, but that's from a normal world. The very small percentage of people doing these things, but committing murders, it's a bad thing. But it may it may highlight the fact that we're not immune to our emotions and the kinds of things that we think and feel about certain subjects when it comes to the most vile and evil things ever. Rape and murder, very evil things. I would not be happy if a rapist and a murderer moved into my neighborhood. The first thing that I would do is find a way to get the hell away from them or get them the hell away from me. But then you take Scientology. Now, in Scientology, they live within a Truman show. I'll call it the Truman bubble. Their enclosed little space, the things that they read and they hear are controlled. Maybe not at first, but eventually things start getting limited. Things start getting, shrunk down until they have their own little customized bubble that they live in inside of Scientology. they listen to Scientology, and Scientology tells them these horrible things about people like me and other people that speak out, and it's a real shame. But when you think about what a normal person does to like the most, or at least thinks, when it comes to the most horrible person ever, and then you come to Scientology within their little Truman Show bubble, and what they think and how they act towards people like us, it most certainly does. It gives me pause. You should be somewhat aware that although you may be out having a great deal of fun, very enjoyable protests, flash raids, information and pamphleting, very fun stuff, that the people that you are speaking out against they're trying to find you because they want to hurt you, because you are the evil bastard, baby murdering, raping, killing, evil, vile thing on the planet, the verbal 2.5% of all the scum on the entire planet. You need to protect yourself, empathize with them, most certainly empathize with them, feel for them, whatever. They are the victims, but still understand that with their minds not being their own, although they may not necessarily be responsible for their actions, there are certain actions that should be expected from them, and you should take measures to protect yourself from them. Well, when you face off against an organization that is as large and intimidating as Scientology, is just simply part of the game. I would ask that if you were to be intimidated and harassed, that you don't back down. They are not going to stop if you shut up. If they find out who you are and where you're going, they will keep going, and they will keep going until you are destroyed. Simply put, if a rapist or murderer or whatever moved into my neighborhood and he kept quiet and never bothered anybody, a lot of people in the neighborhood would still not like the fact that he is there, and they would continue to harass him and get him out of the neighborhood until he goes away. Scientology will continue to harass and attack those who speak out against Scientology, because they are the enemy. They are the most evilest, rapist, bastard, whatever the hell, devil wannabes out there. And they think that they are doing a good thing by attacking people that they are told are the most evil on the planet. I don't know how many times I can repeat this, But, anyways, final words. Being a good person does not require you to make every concession. To feel for someone is to try to understand them. But don't let yourself be weakened by it.